Welcome to this video. Today we are diving into a wild school story. Im Nishinomiya Shoko. You can write down your thoughts, but we've never seen such a unique introduction before. The classmates started whispering, and the little troublemaker looked unfazed, until he read that line in the notebook and froze. That's right, sweet Shoko is deaf-mute. The troublemaker got thrilled and plotted. At first, everyone was curious and wanted to interact with Shoko, but once the novelty wore off, writing to communicate seemed way. Thus, they started an arts and crafts contest in music class, and Shoko was always offbeat. Black Plant complained, "We're doomed in the choir competition like this." Nobody wanted to play with Shoko, and she felt isolated. A boy rushed over to greet Shoko, and he thought the little troublemaker wanted to be friends, but nope, he just got roasted. To accommodate Shoko, the teacher added sign language classes, but everyone was in total rebellion mode. Why should everyone learn sign language for just one person? Black Plant was leading the charge against it. Fortunately, Mitsuki learned sign language and was isolated too. Later, Mitsuki quit school, and the troublemaker grew bolder, scribbling insults about Shoko on the board. But when the girl saw it, she pretended to be innocent, complaining about who was so rude, while she was in on it too. In the days that followed, the little troublemaker gleefully bullied Shoko, even tossing the girl's hearing aid into the pond. A week later, she yanked Shoko's hearing aid off again, causing blood to ooze, and she couldn't care less. Faced with Shoko's silent protest, she tossed the notebook into the water, prompting the school to finally take notice. Nishinomiya Shoko was absent. In 5 months, she had broken 8 hearing aids. The principal sighed, saying, "These things are way too expensive, worth about 1.7 million yen. The little troublemaker remembered her mom who cuts hair for a living and felt a twinge of guilt. When she asked who bullied Shoko, everyone pointed fingers at Jaina. Loudly questioned everyone, "Why are you too scared to own up?" Her glasses slipped tighter, and she instantly turned on the waterworks. She began to feel isolated, experiencing bullying for the first time, but then she jumped into the pond to fetch the girl's notebook back. Near the pond, the little troublemaker saw a thick stack of cash and felt a twinge of sympathy. Money for Shoko's mom. The trouble she caused was no small matter. Watching her mom apologize repeatedly, her childish heart began to feel heavy. She thought about making amends with Shoko, leading to a tussle where the girl unleashed her pent-up feelings. She choked out, "I've tried so hard. Why isn't anyone satisfied?" The next day, the teacher announced Nishinomiya Shoko transferred schools, and the little troublemaker felt so guilty she couldn't look up. Shanghai's life dramatically changed from that day on. Everything that once bullied Shoko now returned to haunt her. She even had to dig her sneakers out of the trash. Playful chases suddenly felt like a matter of life and death. Being shunned and isolated set the tone for her whole life. This situation plagued Jaina throughout middle school, and time ticked away while the little troublemaker grew into a big one. In high school, she remained isolated, or rather, Jaina isolated herself. Desperation set in. The cherry blossoms bloomed again, and Jaina quit her part-time job, selling off all her worldly goods. She secretly placed the 1.7 million yen she earned through labor under her mother's pillow. At dinner, her mother waved the money, threatening her kid, "If you try to end it again, I'll burn this cash." Jaina knelt, promising she wouldn't act foolishly again, but her mom laughed and tossed away the cash with a twist. Before she passed, she hoped to see Shoko once more. Time had transformed Shoko into a sunny beauty. Yet when she saw Jaina, old wounds resurfaced, and she hurried away. Jaina only wanted to return the notebook. Seeing the boy who once bullied her use sign language to express a wish to be friends. Shoko was shocked, nearly in tears, unable to believe the little troublemaker actually learned sign language for her. The next day, they fed carp by the river. Shoko said she'd come every Tuesday, easing tension. Jaina gradually abandoned thoughts of ending it all, with images of her mom and tearful Shoko flashing in her mind. She found something more meaningful. The boy encountered a chubby girl being bullied by seniors who insisted on borrowing her bike. Jaina saw the chubby girl in tears and decided to help, so she lent her bike to the little thug. A few days later, she sought out Shoko again, but a little boy blocked her way, questioning if Jaina was really Shoko's friend. Jaina fed the fish alone at their agreed spot, feeling down as she headed home when the chubby girl called out to her. The chubby girl said she found her bike, and the boy was eternally grateful, finally feeling the warmth head mist. Jaina finally made her first friend, Yaoshi shone a light into her dark world, and they went to school together. They dined and watched movies together, and slowly Jainai started to share her heart with Yaoshi. However, when Jainai sought Shoko once more, the little boy shut her out, claiming to be Shoko's boyfriend. Talk about awkward. Who knew Shoko had a thing for younger guys? Just then, the chubby girl showed up. The chubby girl rushed over, grabbing the little boy by his collar. While Yashu and Jiksen were tussling, Shoko finally spotted Jainai at the door.